Welcome to Listen and Learn English, where you can improve your English at your own pace. Our narrators are all native English speakers, and their words are displayed so that you can read along and practice your English vocabulary. It's a great way to learn, so sit back, relax, and let's get into the video. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Chapter 3. A Caucus Race and a Long Tail. Alice cried out again, worried now because the mouse's fur was standing on end and it clearly looked upset. "We won't mention Dinah any more if you'd rather not," she said quickly, hoping to smooth things over. "We, really?" The mouse snapped, its whole body trembling right down to the tip of its tail. "As if I would talk about something so dreadful. My whole family has always hated cats. Nasty, vulgar creatures. Don't say that name again." "I promise I won't," said Alice, desperate to steer the conversation elsewhere. Do you like dogs?" The mouse gave no reply, so Alice rushed on, trying to sound cheerful. "There's a lovely little dog near our house, a small, bright-eyed terrier with curly brown fur. It's so clever. It can fetch things, beg for food, and do all kinds of tricks. It belongs to a farmer who says it's worth £100 because it catches all the rats and—" "Oh dear," she gasped, suddenly dismayed. "I think I've upset it again." Sure enough, the mouse was furiously swimming away, churning the water behind it. Alice called softly after it, "Please come back, mouse dear. We won't talk about cats or dogs if you don't like them." The mouse stopped, turned around slowly, and swam back. Its face looked pale, perhaps with emotion, and in a trembling voice it said, "Let's get to shore, then I'll explain my story, and you'll understand why I hate both cats and dogs." By now, the pool was becoming quite crowded. Birds and animals that had fallen in, like a duck, a dodo, a lorry, an eaglet, and others, were swimming about. Alice took the lead, and the strange group made their way toward the shore. They really were a strange-looking group gathered along the river bank. The birds had drooping wet feathers. The animals' fur clung to their bodies soaked through. Everyone was dripping, shivering, and clearly irritated. The mouse in particular looked very serious and important, and since it seemed to know a lot, the other animals had gathered around it as if waiting for instructions. "The best thing to dry us off," said the mouse, clearing its throat importantly, "is a good dry story. I'll tell you all something very historical and educational." So the mouse began telling a very long, very boring story about William the Conqueror and the Norman invasion of England. Alice tried her best to listen, but the words seemed to float right past her. She was cold, wet, and very uncomfortable. Every time the mouse used a long, fancy word, she would wrinkle her forehead and wonder if it had anything to do with getting dry. She didn't want to be rude, but this story wasn't helping at all. At last, Alice couldn't take it any more. "I'm sorry," she interrupted politely, "but how is this story supposed to help us dry off?" The mouse looked offended. "Did you not understand it?" it snapped. "It's very dry." Alice bit her lip. "Yes, very dry indeed," she said carefully, not wanting to hurt the mouse's feelings. "Well," said the dodo, stepping in before things got tense, "if you ask me, the best thing to do is to hold a caucus race." "What is a caucus race?" asked Alice, who had never heard of such a thing. The dodo looked thoughtful. "It's the best thing for drying off, and it goes like this." The dodo led everyone to a circular space on the shore and marked a kind of track. There was no set start or finish line. Then it shouted, "Everyone run!" And so they did. The creatures ran around in circles, bumping into each other, slipping and sliding, sometimes stopping for a break and then randomly starting again. No one knew when to begin or end, but after about 20 minutes, the dodo suddenly called out, "The race is over!" The animals all stopped, panting and out of breath. "But who won?" they asked. The dodo puffed up proudly. "Everybody has won, and all must have prizes." But I don't have any prizes, said Alice, checking her pockets. Let's see, said the dodo. You must have something. Alice pulled out a small box of candies she had kept dry in her pocket and handed them around. Everyone got one, even though they were a little sticky from the pool water. Still, the animals clapped politely and thanked her. But what about you, dear child, said the dodo. You also need a prize for giving out the prizes. Alice didn't know what to say. Well, I suppose. Let me present this to you, said the dodo with a bow, handing Alice her own thimble. She took it and gave a little bow back. It was all very formal and very silly. After that, the group settled down to rest, and the mouse, still eager to share its story, stood up again. I will now tell you my tale, it said, flicking its long tail for dramatic effect. Alice leaned forward, trying to focus, but her eyes kept drifting to the mouse's tail instead of its words. She imagined the whole story written out in a spiral shape, winding like the mouse's tail across a page. You're not paying attention, the mouse snapped suddenly. I am, I promise. It's just that your tail is so long and curly. I was wondering if the story matches the shape of it, said Alice innocently. The mouse gave an angry squeak. I meant tail, not tail. You're mocking me. No, no, Alice cried. Please don't be angry. I didn't mean it. But the mouse was already swimming away across the pool again. Please come back and finish your tale, Alice called after it. I didn't mean to upset you. Alice sighed aloud. I wish Dinah were here. She'd bring him back in no time. Who is Dinah? Asked the lorry. Alice lit up at the chance to talk about her cat. Dinah's our cat. She's amazing at catching mice. You should see her chase birds too. She'd eat one in a second. This caused an uproar. Birds flapped away in fear. A magpie said, I must go. This air is bad for my throat. While a canary hurried her children to bed. Soon everyone had left, and Alice was alone. I wish I hadn't mentioned Dinah, she sighed. No one down here likes her, and she's the best cat in the whole world. Oh, Dinah, will I ever see you again? A fresh wave of loneliness swept over her, and she began to cry again. Just then, she heard soft footsteps in the distance. She looked up, hopefully wondering if maybe the mouse had changed its mind and was coming back to finish the story. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please support us by giving us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We release new videos just like this one each week, so join us and listen to learn English.